I greet you all, gentlemen. Today we are going to cook an awesome dish called pots in Carpathian. Well, accordingly, all this will happen in the tandoor, so this is a real yummy. So be sure to try to do it at home. Even in the oven you can do it. Let's go! And we have a lot of ingredients today. It's shorter. First of all, 2 cibulins, 3 carrots, a kilogram of potatoes, greens, dill, parsley, mushrooms. Well, you can, of course, forest mushrooms. This was the best option, but unfortunately I found it. Beans. Beans are homemade, that is, fresh in fact. Yes, I welded it a little bit. Butter, sour cream or cream, salt, black pepper, tomato paste, bay leaf. Well, meat is natural. The meat will be pork. Meat is also a kilogram. This is such a goulash. There is practically no fat here, so this is the best option. So, well, first of all you need to cut the meat. We will cut the meat into small pieces. Here, well, somewhere like this. 1 centimeter, 2 at most. So. Beauty. Meat kilogram. This will come out somewhere around, well, maybe 5, 6 or 7 pots. Somewhere like that. The dish is actually very simple. Very simple. There is no simpler. It can be cooked both at home and in nature. Anywhere. We are removing these veins. That's what we don't need. It will go to cats, dogs. So, this we insert. Well, it can be sliced. Although it also needs to be cut off. So. A piece. So I cut the meat, now we will cut the onion. Well, 2 pieces will be enough for us for all our number of products. I think with my head, we will cut. Well, cubes are so average. So. So, I cut the onion into 2 pieces, but quite enough. Put the porridge in a bowl, in this case in a plate, and cut the potatoes. Potatoes will not be cut very large, in principle, somewhere in the size of our meat. That is, somewhere, probably somewhere like this for a quarter and like this. With these hammers we send it all back to the bowl. So a kilogram of potatoes, in order for it to dry out quickly in pots, we need to make the appropriate sizes accordingly. So, this is the size. So I cut the potatoes, we have just a little bit left. This is to grate a carrot. We will grate on a liter grater. 3 pieces, about 300 grams. How convenient and wonderful it is. Once. We have chopped carrots. It remains for a small thing to cut the greens. Well, in this case, I have dill and parsley. Well, there's about half a bunch here. I think that will be enough. Because greens are an integral part of this dish. Yes, you plate ran away. So. That's it, I'm removing these roots. We don't need throwing out. That's so many greenies, we all start cooking. More precisely, we start cooking. We put a frying pan. Pour a little oil. We need olive oil. Well, I take sunflower. And heat up the frying pan. The frying pan has warmed up. I lay out about half of the onion, part of it. Well, in short, half of what we have. No need to fry a little. Sewing. Meanwhile, the tandoor by the way fit us to the right moment. This time it will be ready for our dish for about another 10 or 15 minutes. Onions do not need to be fried much, because well, it should become soft, that's all. That is, I'm going to add meat right now, that's all, as it were. That is, you do not need to bring it to a golden color. Why? Because in the dish it actually has to dissolve and give out its sweet flavor. Therefore, it will be a beauty. So we will also throw meat. So the onion is what we need to leave here for now. That's it. Mix it up. But we do not bring the meat to readiness. Everything is like this, we bring it to a semi-dry state so that it becomes covered with a crust and that's it. Therefore, we do not cover either with a lid or a nickname. That's it. So, well, now it makes sense to add salt. Somewhere, well, a teaspoon. And mix all 5 of them. See, she's already a chicken formed on some sand smell. With a ski and a bow, you can bring so pepper to add. That's enough. That's it, we'll fry a little more, for 5 or 7 minutes and then it will be. So the meat is ready. A hot pen. We put it in a bowl for now and let's do the vegetables now. Because this is the most essential ingredient in this dish, it's vegetables. So. We light the slide. Add the oil and heat the pan. The oil has warmed up, add the remaining onion here so that it remains, and we will also fry it like this, until soft. Do not write out the colors, namely until they are soft. The onion is fried, add 400 grams of champignons. Well, of course, ideally, white or at least chanterelles would go here. Since I haven't found either, so I'm going to go for champignons. Be sure to stir, stir and simmer. More precisely, we do not extinguish, fry. A little later it will all be in pots. The mushrooms are a little 90 fried, we add a little salt, so that the mushrooms let us juice well. Literally a pinch of salt. Do not pepper, do not need anything, just add salt. Here they are almost ready. 2 or 3 minutes. The mushrooms let the juice out. Now you can add carrots. Beauty! With carrot super. And be sure to mix. Do not add salt yet. We are not adding anything yet. In the meantime, I'm like this on without a lid, without anything, just drying it like this. Mix well and leave for about 10 to 5 minutes without a lid, 5 minutes with a lid. Well, of course, it is necessary to stir this good. If necessary, you can add a little water. And add another girl. So 10 minutes passed. We open it and look at it, it's all stewed well. Now we will add garlic here, garlic we will add a sell it. And that this is complete bullshit, I'll say this. It's complete nonsense, because it doesn't press, but we'll try to squeeze out half of the head here, dig it out. Better this is not the case. A woman. We'll wipe it all out with a knife. Well, in principle, this can also be thrown here like this. there's nothing wrong with that. I thought it was good, to be honest, the pressure turned out to be complete. So don't buy. Let's add tomato paste here right away. Well, there are 140 grams and 140 grams, we threw it here. Well, that's about 6 tablespoons of pasta. By the way, you can add some sauce or there's ketchup writing tomato paste, because it's still a homogeneous product. Well, as much as possible there is pasta like this. Add salt and mix. So, if, for example, there is not enough liquid water there, yes, then you can add more water. But this is not necessary. Let's leave it now for another 5 minutes to stew with tomato paste, and then it will be possible to throw our beans already. Class. Well, you can already eat this, too, as if it were a finished product. That is, in principle, mixing with meat and that's it. You can specify the meat separately, and this is separately as a side dish. I leave it for 5 minutes maximum. Our salting pancake. Hi. So, well, now you can add our legumes here already. Beans. The beans are young, harvested yesterday. Slightly cooked. I gave her a little bit of a lift. Well, in principle, if she is young, in principle, you cannot do this. Mix it up. Add salt, a little more salt. Somewhere, well, a little bit at all. Absolutely a little bit. And that's it. All this is now going to be stewed for about another 5 or 7 minutes, and we will proceed to the design of our dish. Pots in Carpathian. Limber. We do it all on a slow fire. We need to prevent it. About 2 or 3 minutes have passed. I think it's quiet for another 5 minutes and you can turn it off. So our potion is ready. It needs to be turned off. Now you need to fill the pots. Ding. And here are the pots. We remove all the covers. Something like that. So we will fill them now. And the first thing we do is fill them with meat. Well, just a little bit. There is already such crying. Fill with meat, and then everything else. A spoonful while the meat. So with a point at all. With an onion. Well, so that it covers the bottom shorter. By the way, it is also desirable to throw the juice there, pour it out, because it is also yummy. Here and here. That's it. This way. Here, here. So it is necessary to level it out. Next, we will have potatoes. Well, potatoes so. Everyone has a little bit. So. I immediately say that I cook well for a lot of pots, as if yes, that is, it is for you, as if now that's like 7. More precisely, how much is there? 6. Here, and it is calculated somewhere for about 6 pieces. Well, 6 or 8 somewhere in the trailer. Therefore, it will definitely remain with us in reserve, but I will probably do this tomorrow, for example, right? That is, he will remain, as it were, yes, so tomorrow it will all need to be repeated, but in a higher version, I mean. The big pot will be, and let's say the same. Adding our refueling. So a little bit at first. So. You need to fill the pots tightly. Why? Because, well, it's best to make them to the top, because it's all there, it's frozen, boiled, and then remains somewhere maybe 3/4. That's it. Great. A net. Be sure to go there. So. There are not enough pots. Although I'll throw all the meat there. Well, tomorrow we'll do something else. So now. Now we are adding here the bay leaf itself. And by the way, as you can see, I do not add it to the bottom, but rather from above. Why? Because we're going to add more water here now. That's it. And it will be stewed together with bay leaf and pepper. So. Pepper peas. Well, just a little bit. A little bit at a time. You don't need a lot, because a lot of pepper is also not good to eat. The kids are great there. You can add water, by the way. I'll probably add a little water here. That's it. Pepper is not a pity. Pepper is always a spice. It's like this. Sour cream, or rather it's not even sour cream, it's cream. Well, separate a sour cream, let's say so, yes, it's homemade. Here we add a spoonful, a whole tablespoon here. So. Well, I overdid it here. Well, that's it. That's so good. And then there's more. So that it would cover, as it were, well, not everything covered, yes, but so partially covered the surface. Why? Because we're going to add more water here now. Great! Now we put it on the grill. Well, that's about 3 pieces. When it crawled, like this. That's how it gets in, and you need to add water here. Carefully add some water. Well, somewhere we will count to half, because in principle it is juicy, but water needs to be added. Water was added, we close it all with lids. Great! That's all, and you can send a tandoor. We send them to the tandoor for 20 minutes. So we close the lid. Everything. A long-awaited moment. Opening. It's been about, well, 25 minutes, a little more. It's not scary. We take out the pots. A beauty.
Красота.
So, we take out the pot.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
What are we doing here? Yeah.
What's there? Confused.
Greens are shorter.
What is this?
They can be, no, only.
What the?
What are these?
Borscht.
Borscht. Here you go. So, come on. Kirill Ivanovich. Come on.
And I'm actually there now.
Sprinkle this greenery here.
Can I?
Too late? Come on. Oh, come on. And what do you give more? More. More. Come on normally, that's enough. Dragging.
On Leroy Merlin.
What kind of free advertising? That's it. Is this our Baloo? Probably. And there's just no one here. Nothing, I lost interest in the street.
He's lying at home watching TV.
Yes. No, ours didn't lose. While ours. You don't want to go anywhere. All about the entrance.
Sitting.
And that's it. Heavy. I don't want to.
I don't even. What about you?
And in short, the second course goes there for 20 minutes.
I'm filming. On hot.
Users bet less. Well, do you write how you make pots in a tandoor in Carpathian? Be sure to write what you are in the comments. And be sure to like this video and distribute it. Well, I'm saying goodbye to you, until we meet again. Bye.